In this example, we want to read each of the following scenarios. We're going to decide if they are likely to follow a normal model, and we'll explain our reasoning. Family income. Well, if we think about family income, fortunately, a lot of families are kind of on the low scale. So if I would draw a histogram right here, and let's make this maybe, I don't know, let's say 50,000. This would be 100,000. This would be 150,000. We're getting into the 200,000s. I think, well, quite a number of families would be kind of like around here, right in this area. Maybe not too many here, and then a little bit here and a little bit here. So what's happening here is you might find a couple people, over here, is this data, and we'll find a few people right here and right here. This data is totally skewed right. There's some outliers here, and because the data is skewed to the right, this would not be a normal model. As a matter of fact, when you hear a measure of center reported for income, it's not the mean. You're going to report the median. It's the median family income, and it's going to fall kind of like right about in there, where the data would be split in half. The mean would be kind of over here. So here's the median, and then the mean would be somewhere over there. The mean gets pulled in the direction by these high outliers. You're only dividing by an extra income, but the income is really high, and so it's going to pull that mean over to the right. The heights of singers in a co-ed choir. Well, if we think about this, if we have the frequency on the left and the heights here, what's probably going to happen is this. And I think this is going to happen because this would be the median height of the girls, and this would be the median height of the men. So this is bimodal, and we would say not a normal model. Although this sort of looks bell-shaped, we'd actually have to have this guy up here, and we want it to come down a little bit first and then rise up and then come down again on the other one. The weights of adult male elephants. In this case, we're going to have some elephants that have a low weight. A lot of them are going to be right around the middle, and then some of them are going to be really heavy. So in this case, this is going to be bell-shaped, and I think this is going to be a normal model. Now, keep in mind here that it's adult male elephants. We'd have a situation probably like this if it was male and female. You might have to do a little bit of research to figure out if there is an actual weight difference between the male and female of that species. Not all species follow the model of the female being smaller than the male. But this is just adult male elephants, and so I think definitely there's going to be a lot kind of right around the median, or the mean I should say, and then there's going to be a few lower and a few over to the right, and this is going to be bell-shaped. We have a few more to do here. We've got just 4, 5, and 6, and you get to come up with one on your own. So let's take a look at this. And the scores on an easy test. Well, if it's an easy test, let's think about this. We're probably going to have not too many failures, and we're probably going to have a lot getting a high grade. So even though this is kind of bell-shaped, it's skewed, and so we would say that this is not a normal model. Okay, and the key here is that it's an easy test. So lots of people will score over here. There will be some people that just didn't quite get it, and that will skew the data, but most of the data will be way over here on the right-hand side. This case, we'd say it's skewed to the left, though. We always say it's skewed towards the tail where those outliers might be. The age of dogs housed at a shelter. This one's a tough one. I think probably, though, they might be younger than not, because I think what's going to happen here is that people might buy a puppy and not be able to take care of it, unfortunately. So there's probably going to be a spike, and then as dogs get older, their owners have taken care of them for a while, and so this one's going to be skewed to the right. I don't think there's probably too many real old dogs over at a shelter. So this is, again, not a normal model. Now the last one here is the weight of full-grown German Shepherds. Well, in a German Shepherd, I happen to know quite a bit about that, or at least a little bit, I should say. I am not a breeder of German Shepherds, but I did have a couple growing up, and the females tend to be smaller than the males. And so we're going to have a situation like this, where we've got kind of a peak here, maybe a dip in the middle, where you get a little crossover, and then it's going to go down to the right after it goes back up again. This is bimodal, so this would not follow a normal model. And here, of course, the key is it's not male or female, it's both of them. So you're going to see that this guy has an issue here with being bimodal. It's got two kind of peaks where the females would have a lot right in here and the males would have a lot right in there.